Happy Sentinels Tuesday, everybody. Last week of the month, and we've got our environment for the month. It is Vyones Abbey, created by Jacob Busby. It is a creepy old church filled with vampires and ghosts and ancient spells and relics and stuff. It's neat, and not what you might expect a vampire-themed environment. Today's villain is Franz Rainer. Haven't seen him in a while, and he'll be fighting Necro 1929, Daedalus powered up, Benchmark, everyone's favorite hero, and a new variant for Perfuma called Perils of Peekaboo. Alright, so Franz Rainer starts with Mongo and Knickerbockers. Mongo becomes immune to damage for the rest of the current round whenever he's dealt damage. In the villain turn, deals 2 targets the highest HP, 3 melee damage each. And Dr. Knickerbockers, and the villain turn, discard the top card of each non-villain deck. Oh dear, that synergizes with the environment in a bad way. Put each target discarded this way into play, and he's immune to damage and indestructible till we get rid of Mongo. Oof. So we need to hit him as hard as possible. Reduce damage to Franz Rainer by 1. First time he'd be dealt damage each turn, discard the top card of the villain deck. If it's a vulnerability card, damage dealt to him is irreducible for the rest of the current turn. When he would be destroyed, he flips instead, and in the villain turn, he deals the hero with the second lowest HP 4 melee damage. Wow, damn, okay. Well, here goes nothing. Sneaky Slice. And each player's turn, if he was not dealt damage that turn, he deals each hero target and player 3 melee damage. Start of the villain turn, destroy this card. Cool. End of turn, he hits the second lowest for 4. Oh, and it is hero, not hero target. I guess I'll have that be Necro. Mongo hits the 2 highest, which is the other 2 guys, and then we discard the top card of each non-villain deck. Hey, that's a target. Thanks, I guess. That was not a target. Okay, cool. I guess we're gonna turn some undead this round. Play an Abomination, and yeah, turn some undead, draw a card. The possessed corpse hits the non-undead, non-hero target with the lowest HP for 2 infernal damage. Well, that's unfortunately Knickerbockers, who is immune. But the Abomination hits all non-undead, non-hero targets for 2 toxic damage. So Mongo's immune to damage. Not the best thing, but at least he avoids getting his face taken off. Daedalus will have a Eureka moment and destroy Sneaky Slice. Discard a card, and we will activate his Emergency Shunt and draw 2 cards. Yeah, that was worth it. Benchmark's going to start off with an overhaul loadout, and that's it. He will use his power to play Tactical Communicator, use the power on it on Franz Rainer, and draw a card. So next damage dealt to Franz is irreducible and increased by 2. Perfuma's going to start off with Explosive Vegetation. You play the top card of the environment deck. If you do, she deals a target 4 toxic damage. So let's go ahead and do that. We get the Vyones Flagellant, a Thrall, Ghoul, and Undead, interestingly enough. Boy, we synergized this environment really well without knowing it. The only way it could have been better is if we had Unity. Doesn't actually do anything with Necro yet. And in the environment turn, this card deals the target with the second highest HP, 1 melee, 1 toxic, and 1 infernal damage. Target damage by this card must put the top card of their deck into their trash. He gets to deal a target 4 toxic damage. She'll hit Franz for 6. Thank you, Benchmark. I can draw a card or play a card, so let's play Marvelous Regrowth. Whenever a hero target will be dealt toxic damage by a hero or environment source, you may have that target regain that much HP instead. Power is she deals up to 2 targets 2 toxic damage each, but I think we'll use her base power, which is Mingling. Select an environment card. Until the start of your next turn, whenever that card would deal a hero target damage, that hero target gains 1 HP instead. So that's cool. That's our little healing thrall now. Draw a card. Vyones Abbey plays the Dean, a vampire. Now the first thing you'll notice about him is that he doesn't have the usual vampire if you hit this with radiant damage increase it by 1 rule, and I think that's because this is a fairly early deck, so it was before the Court of Blood. Increased damage dealt by thralls by 1. Oh, that's cool. Whenever a deck is reshuffled, restore this card to full HP. And in the environment turn, if there are any thralls in play, there are. The thrall with the lowest HP deals the hero target lowest HP 2 melee damage. If no damage is dealt this way, the Dean deals the target with the second highest HP 3 infernal damage. Okay, so that's going to happen. It hits one of the undead for 2 healing, and it's at full, so it's fine. And this hits the target with the second highest for 2, 2, and 2. Which at this point is actually Perfuma, and she's also at full, but she's successfully mingled. And then this jerk hits the second highest for 3 infernal damage, and that is also Perfuma, and it's not toxic damage, so I can't turn it into healing. Alright, Mongo is no longer immune to damage. Oh, you know what? I forgot to discard a card also. Well, it wasn't a vulnerability, so it didn't matter. He plays Relocate Vulnerability. Shuffle all non-target cards from the villain trash into the villain deck. Play the top card of the villain deck. That's a reshuffle. Though the Dean is restored to full HP, so it doesn't matter. Play top card of the villain deck. Corpse Toss. Franz Rainer deals the hero the highest HP, X melee damage, or X number of targets in all trashes. That is 0. Play the top card of the villain deck, because no damage was dealt that way. Relocate Vulnerability. The Dean's back at full. Play another card. Distracting Fire. Franz Rainer deals each non-villain target 2 projectile damage. It cannot be increased. If all active heroes took damage this way, Franz Rainer deals the hero with the lowest HP 3 melee damage. Oh dear. That takes out the possessed corpse. That's fine. Hero with the lowest HP is Necro, who takes 3. That was a lot of stuff that just happened. End of turn, he hits this hero with the second lowest for 4. That is Perfuma. Mongo hits the 2 highest, which is still Daedalus and Benchmark. And then we discard the top card of each non-villain deck. That's not a target, unfortunately. And that is a target. The Choir Master, it's the other vampire. At the end of the environment, turn up the top card of each deck in its trash. Each time a one-shot is put into the trash without being played, Choir Master deals a non-vampire target with the lowest HP in that play area 2 sonic damage. Whenever the environment deck is reshuffled, destroy an ongoing card in each player area. Wow, and that's it. Okay, I have decisions to make, which is, do I set the Abomination for doing normal Necro stuff, or do I keep turning it? I'm gonna have to keep turning it. The problem with keeping turning it is that it's only hitting Mongo for 2. It's going to take us 6 rounds to take him out. Go zombie, turn undead, draw a card. Everything takes 2. Mongo is immune to damage again. Franz Rainer takes just 1. And then the zombie goes for the non-undead, non-hero target with the highest HP. 2 toxic damage, 1 to Franz Rainer. At least he's doing stuff. Okay, I think another Eureka moment is called for. Let's get rid of the Choir Master and discard a card. And then we use his base power and draw a card, and I'm good with that hand. Start of turn, destroy the Tactical Communicator and draw a card. Let's do some stuff. Flyby. 1 to Franz Rainer, 2 to the Dean, take out the Thrall. Then I'm going to do it again and drop the Dean. And then off of that I'll play the Microfabricator. With his power, let's play Shunt Energy. Yeah, I'm going to use the power on that and hit Franz Rainer for 3. Draw a card. Play a hardware card or draw a card. I will, of course, draw a card. Alright, neat. Perfuma will play Blooming Grove. Whenever a target will be dealt damage by an environment source, you may discard a card. If you do, prevent that damage. Power is one player may draw a card twice. I'm tempted to use that because there's not much sense in hitting Franz right now. Draw 3 cards. The Gargoyle of Vyones comes out. It is, strangely enough, a mechanical golem. Reduce damage dealt to this card by 1. At the end of the environment turn, this card deals a target with the second highest HP 3 melee damage, then destroy an equipment, device, or mechanical golem in that play area. The highest is Daedalus. The second highest is Benchmark, unfortunately. So that destroys the Microfabricator, which is butts. Mongo, no longer immune to damage. Distracting Fire, everybody take 2. Everybody took damage, so he hits the lowest for 3, that's Benchmark. Woof. End of turn, it's the second lowest, that'll be Necro for 4. Mongo hits Perfuma and Daedalus for 3. And we discard the top card of each non-villain deck. Not a target. Target. It's a Rat Horde. Chrono Ranger Nemesis. Go figure. At the end of the environment turn, put the top 2 cards of each deck into the trash. Then this card deals each non-rat target 2 toxic damage and itself 1 toxic damage. So, could be worse, actually. That's a nice card for us to have. Okay, I'm going to play another zombie and turn undead and draw a card. Everything take 2. Mongo is immune to damage. Franz Rainer takes 1. And then the zombie hits him for 1 more. Okay, it's time for a Graviton Cannon. Draw a card. I'm going to draw another card. Maybe we'll actually do something with that power. Flyby. I'm going to hit the Gargoyle and Franz Rainer for 1. And off of that, we will deployment actuation. Onboard cooling systems. Awesome. Let's move one of the many hardware that have ended up in my trash into my hand. Power 1. Let's play literally any software card. That lets him do damage to Franz Rainer and the Gargoyle. And draw a card since that doesn't have power on it. Power 2, Shunt Energy, hit himself for 1 hit. Actually, let's take out the Gargoyle because it got rid of his stuff. And I don't like that. Draw a card. Perfuma will Rampant Growth. Play up to 2 cards on the top of the environment deck. I'll actually play nothing. Select up to 4 targets. I'll select Franz. For each target, a different environment card deals it 3 toxic damage. So he takes 2. Draw a card, I will. And then with her power, I think she'll draw 2 more cards. Actually, no, she'll draw a card and let Necro draw a card, and then draw 1 more card. Cool. Vyon Abbey plays the Chalice of Vyon. Treasure, Relic. At the start of the environment turn, the hero target with the lowest HP gains 2 HP. If this card is destroyed by a villain target, this card deals that target 4 radiant damage. So, nothing but good for that one. The rats discard the top 2 cards of each deck. They deal each non-rat target 2 toxic damage. That unfortunately includes the Chalice. Franz takes 1, and everybody else heals 2. Thanks, guys. And it hits itself for 1. You know what? I could actually discard a card to prevent that 1 damage. No, I don't think I care enough. Alright, Mongo can be hurt again. Franz Rainer plays ninja minions. They are ninjas and minions. Whenever this card is dealt damage, it becomes immune to damage for the rest of the current turn. End of the villain turn, this card deals a non-villain target with the highest HP, 3 melee damage. Okay, Franz Rainer hits the second lowest for 4. That is Perfuma. Mongo hits the 2 highest, that is Daedalus, who I swear is not taking nearly enough damage. And Necro, discard the top card of each deck, not a target. And a carved sarcophagus comes out. The start of the environment turn, reveal the top card of the environment deck. If it's a target, put it into play, otherwise put it into trash. Minions hit the non-villain with this highest for 3, that is Daedalus. Whew. Okay, I'm going to play Dark Pact. We will turn undead 1 more time, draw a card. Everything take 2, well there go the rats. That's fine, they were useful. The ninjas and Mongo are now immune to damage. Franz takes 1. And then the zombie hits him for 1 more. Woof. Okay, start of turn. Graviton Cannon. Hit Franz for 4 and draw 5 cards. I'm going to play Immortality's Burden. And we'll use his base power, draw a card, draw another card. End of turn, he deals himself 4 fire damage. We'll redirect that to the non-hero target with lowest HP. Well, that's unfortunately the Chalice. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. And destroy that card. And then he heals too. Start of Benchmark's turn, he draws a card and destroys that card. And then he's going to play Reinforced Chassis. Power 1. Let's use his base power. Play Shunt Energy. He will hit Franz for 1. And the Sarcophagus for 2. And then Power 2, Shunt Energy. Hit himself for nothing because I played Reinforced Chassis. And flip Franz Rainer. When he flips this side, restore him to H times 5 HP. That's 20. Remove all vulnerability cards in the villain deck and trash from the game, shuffle the villain deck, and play the top 3 cards in the environment deck. Oh my. Soul Void. Spell Forbidden Ongoing. So there's spells in this deck, which actually puts the lie to my previous statement about its age. It's cool that they're ongoings. They didn't need to be because they're also environment cards. In the environment turn, put the top 2 cards of each deck into the trash. Whenever the environment trash is reshuffled, the environment deals each non-vampire target 2 infernal damage, which is an issue. We get another Vyone Flagellant, and Cloying Claustrophobia, another forbidden spell. The second time a player draws a card each turn, they must discard a card and put the top card of their deck into the trash. In the environment turn, if a player has fewer than 4 cards in their hand, this card deals them 2 psychic damage. Oh, that's unfortunate. Daedalus doesn't like that. At least he has lots of Eurekas. Reduce damage dealt to him by 1. Increase the first damage dealt to Franz Rainer to any hero target each turn by X, where X is the number of non-villain targets in play. Don't like that. End of the villain turn, Franz Rainer deals the 2 non-villain targets with the highest HP, 3 melee damage each. Thank goodness. He's hitting highest now. That was Benchmark's Power Phase, draw a card, and that's it. Okay, I think Perfuma has stuff to do. Let's renew. Destroy 3 environment cards, draw 3 minus X cards, where X is the number of environment cards destroyed this way. We'll get rid of both spells and the sarcophagus, because it's going to just accelerate stuff. Draw no cards, but then we'll go ahead and turn the Thrall into our little buddy. Draw a card. Vyones Abbey plays another Flagellant, so one's our friend and one is not. First one hits the target with the second highest for 1, 1, and 1. That is Daedalus, who heals 3. And then this one hits him for 1, 1, and 1. So they're just over there having a time, huh? Mongo can be damaged again. Not that that is useful. And Franz plays Grievous Harm with a body. The non-villain target lowest HP, that is Mongo, deals each other non-villain target 3 melee damage. Then if that target is not a character card, destroy it. Oh yeah, we're going to make that Mongo. So each non-villain target take 3 melee damage. Benchmark takes 2, Zombie is taken out, and Necro draws a card. And Mongo is finally gone, which means we can take out Knickerbockers. Woof. End of turn. First hit is going to be +4, so he's doing 7 and 3 to the 2 non-villain targets with the highest. So 7 damage to Daedalus, 3 goes to Benchmark as 2. Ouch. Discard the top card of each deck. Not a target, somehow. The last card in the environment was another Rat Horde. Good, we like those. It'll take out the Thralls if nothing else. And the ninjas hit the non-villain with the highest for 3. That is Benchmark, who takes 2. Wow, okay, this is getting rough. Tainted Blood, and with this power, I'm actually going to play this Ghoul for 3, draw a card. Before the Abomination gets to go, he will take it out. So he draws a card, and everybody else draws a card. Fuma likes that. And then the Ghoul hits the second lowest for 2, that is Perfuma. She doesn't like that. Okay, neat. Fly free, discard, fly free, discard, Icarus Bombardment. He's going to drop the ninjas and hit Knickerbocker. and hit Franz Rainer for 2. And then I guess we'll do his thing and draw 2 cards. And heal 2, that's important. Okay, this all worked. Benchmark will play countermeasures, do 1 damage to Franz, and take out Knickerbocker. Hooray. Power 1, Shunt Energy, hit Franz Rainer for 3. Power 2, play Ally Matrix, discard a card and let somebody else use a power. Perfuma will do Marvelous Regrowth, deal up to 2 targets 2 cost of damage each. Hit the Ghoul and hit Franz Rainer for 1. Draw a card. Alright, Mingle wears off. Meditation and Mediation. Perfuma and up to 1 other target gain 2 HP each. Draw 2 cards. I will definitely draw those cards. She heals 2 and will heal Benchmark 2. And then she's going to use Marvelous Regrowth again. Take out one of those Thralls and hit Franz for 1. Draw a card. Okay, the environment shuffles its trash into its deck. I don't think these guys care about that. Miraculously, they do not. It plays another Flagellant. Alright, so the first one is hitting the second highest for 1, 1, and 1, and that is, once again, Daedalus. The Rats, however, hit everybody for 2, which means we get to heal. Benchmark only heals 1. Oh darn, that heals the Ghoul. Oh no, it doesn't have to heal the Ghoul. It, in fact, takes the Ghoul out and Necro draws a card. Franz takes 1, they drop the first Thrall, second Thrall for 2, and hit themselves for 1. And then the Thrall hits, we'll say Franz Rainer for nothing, but that's better than Daedalus taking more damage. Franz plays Hold the Center Stage, ongoing. First damage dealt to Franz Rainer each turn is irreducible. If he's dealt 4 or more damage this way, destroy this card. And the villain turn, he deals each non-villain target 2 melee damage. Oh dear. Thankfully he's only got +2 this time. So that'll be 5 to Necro, and 3 to Daedalus, and then everybody take 2. Benchmark takes 1. Think we've got this, but it's going to be very, very close. Necro's going to play Corpse Explosion, and then use Dark Pact to unfortunately play a Demon Imp. That's all I got. Draw a card, hit that for 1, and then let's destroy one of Benchmark's software cards, because those have to get destroyed anyways. I really wish Daedalus had the ability to play extra cards. Well, I guess he does. Daedalus will play Hoplite Armor, finally. And with that, we will discard a card and play Eureka Moment. Destroy Hold the Center Stage, even though that's maybe not the best idea. And discard another card, and draw a card, because I got no reason to. Heal 2. Start of turn, Benchmark draws a card, and will destroy actually 2 software cards so I can play more. First going to play Secondary Cannon. Power number 1, let's play Multi-Point HUD. He'll hit Franz Rainer for 1, and this Imp for 2. And then we'll use the power on that to increase his damage by 1. And then I will discard a card, so he can do Secondary Cannon. We'll take out the Imp, which means Necro hits Franz for 1, and he draws a card, and somebody can play a card. Perfuma will Rampant Growth. Play no cards. We'll have the Rats hit Franz for 2. And then power number 2, Shunt Energy. He does hit himself for 1, but he can hit Franz for 3. And yeah, discard a card and hit him for 1 more. We need that extra damage. Draw a card. This is very close. Verdant Crescendo. Reveal the top 4 cards of the environment deck. Discard or play each one of them. Perfuma deals a target X toxic damage where X is the number of cards discarded this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we win. Woo! That was a very tight fight, but that was very cool. Let's take a look at the rest of the environment deck. Consecrated Ground. This is another spell. It's master level. Reduce infernal damage by 1, increase radiant damage by 1. At the start of the environment turn, destroy a spell. And a player may destroy a hero ongoing card. If they do not, destroy this card. So, if you want to beat Malador, bring him here. Tortured Soul. Reduce all non-radiant damage dealt to this card by 1. At the start of the environment turn, the top card of the environment deck into the trash, then this card deals 2 radiant damage to the character with the most cards in their trash. Whenever any deck is reshuffled, each player discards a card. And that's actually it. We saw most of the deck. So yeah, this is a very interesting deck, definitely one of Jacob Busby's better efforts, and you can of course find it on Sentinels Community Customs Classics. You can find Franz Rainer on Adelphi Phages Archives. You can find Daedalus powered up and Benchmark, everyone's favorite hero, on Walker's Workbench. And you can find Perfuma, Perils of Peekaboo on Sentinels of Etheria. As always, thank you for watching. Thanks everybody for coming to chat. If you would like to come and watch these videos recorded live, please give me a follow on Twitch, twitch.tv/KateSWalker. If you would like to have your decks featured in one of these videos, please visit one of my proofreading threads, links in the description. Tabletop Simulator, the Revis Sentinels College DLC, Sentinels Community Customs Classics, Adelphi Phages Archives, Walker's Workbench, and Sentinels of Etheria, not less great games products. Please support the official release and flip.